Hey, it's Michelle Fernandez. So today we're going to talk about the one thing you need to know in order to close more sales in your business. It may not be what you think, so you're going to want to stay tuned. I'm Michelle Fernandez, and I'm all about helping you create a balanced life and a thriving business. Now, before I get started, if you haven't already, make sure you like my page and get notifications for my videos, because you're not going to want to miss out on all this great stuff that I've put together to offer you to help you just really grow a thriving business. Now, what is that one thing that you need to know? If you know what it is, drop it in the comments below, because it's finding and figuring out who your perfect customer is. So do you think you know who your perfect customer is? If you do, drop a 1 in the comments below. So when we talk about this, before we even start to figure out who our perfect customer is, you need to know what your product or service is that you're offering. And then secondly, you need to know what problem your product or service solves. So think about that for a hot minute, and then we're going to move over to who our customer is. So part of what your product or service solves, you also want to think about what makes your product or service unique. So think about those things, write down a few things. Don't talk about the company. You want to think about the benefits that it offers and that can help people. Okay, so let's get into it. How do we figure out who our perfect customer is? So we want to know, where do they live? What are their age? Are they married? Do they have children? What do they do for a living? What do they do for a career? You know, what kind of income do they make? Think about that for a minute, because can they afford to buy your product or service? That is very, very important, right? Okay, so what kind of books do they read? What kind of TV shows do they watch? What kind of websites do they visit? You know, where do they hang out? You know, do they work out? Do they go to the club? You know, do they hang out at coffee shops? Think about all these types of things. Where do they go for advice? Like, who do they turn to? Do they go to a certain website? Here on Facebook, do they follow any particular pages of gurus that, you know, they might be interested? And think about all of this in line with your product or service. Then, most importantly, you want to know for who your customer is what are their fears, their struggles, as well as their dreams or desires. So think about all this together, because when you're delivering your message, when you're posting on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever on social media, if you write a blog, you really want to be talking to this person. You want to picture them. Sometimes you can even give them a name, right? Because you want to be talking to the person. If you get on live video, you're like, you know, everybody says, talk like you're talking to your friend. Well, hey, you're talking to your personal, you know, perfect customer, you know, who is 45 years old and who's married with kids going off to college. And you know what I mean? You really want to say she's a professional. She works full time and she really likes to put her fresh face forward. You know, what is it that your customer is looking for? Because in order to master your message, you really, really need to picture your client, your perfect customer. So if you found this helpful, drop a 1 in the comments below. And here's to starting and building that foundation so you can actually start attracting people to you rather than you chasing after people. If you want some more information about how to do just that, attracting people to you, grab the free gift that I put in the link here up here in the top. Grab your free gift, because this is so ideal, because who wants to go and chase customers around? You want to figure out how to do all this, create that curiosity, know their fears and struggles, dreams and desires, and have them come to you. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.